We've said it a lot on this podcast. This industry is this industry is that.
We do it too. Like, we coach this stuff, but we're human and we fall into being a human.
It'd almost be like deleting your childhood.
It's like, I used to kick myself so much that I didn't grow that dog training business to multi-six figures.
We literally go to the glass half empty first.
All the time. Did you know humans have a negativity bias?
I did not.
Really?
Well, kind of guess that they do, but
Yeah.
officially.
Well, I think so. It's my take on it anyway.
You sounded so sure at the beginning. I think so.
You know, I feel like if I was to Google it like a factual thing, I feel like it would come up as a negativity bias.
So we literally go to the glass half empty first.
All the time. Think about all the conversations you have throughout the day.
Oh, I'm too hot. Oh, I'm too cold. Oh, I'm hungry.
Oh, the traffic.
Yeah.
The weather. Business is going shit.
Yeah, it's hard.
Not earning enough money. Clients are pissing me off.
Yeah.
All the stuff.
We've had a bad review.
Mm-hmm. Even to the point where I was on the phone to my dad the other week when we were about to fly out to Drone. He was like, oh, have you got your health insurance? It's gone up, hasn't it? I'm like, fucking hell. Like,
hold on a minute.
everything.
You are talking to your dad, so
Well,
there's
yes,
a
this
likelihood
is
it's
true.
going to be negative.
But do you know what I mean? Like, every single person, I don't think there is one conversation you can have in a day that doesn't focus on something negative.
Yeah, and even if it starts positive, it probably slips into the negativity.
Yeah. Don't know how that noise is going to come out on the on the audio. That was me exhaling.
Okay.
But even look at social media. Ew. How many times do you go on there and it's just like, fucking hell, like, just want to...
Sucks the joy out of you.
Sucks the freaking life out of you. I just feel like I just want to go in a dark room and never immerse myself again.
But there are positive things on social media.
Yeah, you got to look for it.
You have got to look for it. But certain people, you know, are going to be full of positivity more so than negativity.
Yeah. Actually, like, I think this is an interesting angle to go down, because how many people say to us, like, I just need to come off social media altogether because it's not doing my
Yes.
mental health any good?
Yeah, lots.
Well, how about just reframe it? Like, I've done this recently because we realised that we were going into a negativity rabbit hole of just immersing ourselves in all the shit that we all know is out there in dog trainer land.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I'm not doing it. It's like, I cannot do it. This is, but I don't want to come off of social media because I actually find it really, really useful.
Yeah.
Because I use it purposefully. For the most part, I would be lying if I said I didn't get stuck in an occasional doom scroll and randomly look at, where did I go this morning? I did a random tangent that old, what's-her-face, Kelly Osbourne just got engaged.
All right.
It just randomly popped up, and then of course I had to click the news feed, and then I had to find out, and I was like, oh, she's got a kid. What's this thing about the surname? I was like, fucking hell, like 10 minutes of my life just disappeared.
But then
going on
you'll
that.
keep seeing Kelly Osbourne things now because
I
you've
know.
engaged. You
I
know
know.
that, don't you?
Yes, yes.
But that's what we do as well, though. We engage with any of these negative posts and it keeps showing us negative things and
Yep.
it goes on.
Yeah. And I think the reason to bring it up for the episode this week is have the awareness and the ability to train your brain to look at something other than the negative. Because it's really, really fucking easy to do it.
Because social media is full of such good information. There's some really good stuff on it and it's free. And we forget this because when we almost cut our nose off to spite our face and go, I'm coming off it totally, I can't deal with it. I get it. I get it because it's a strategy to deal with it. But look at all the awesome information you could be consuming. Look at all the stuff you could be immersing yourself in.
Yeah. I love the fact that you just brought up that point, Nat. It's free advertising.
It's free.
And how often do we focus on the fact that... It's funny, isn't it? How many conversations do we have throughout the week, sometimes even daily, with everyone who is in our world of social media is like the bane of my life. Like, I need to be on social media. All the conversations we were having with people at that event we were at the weekend, I don't think there was one person that we spoke to that didn't say, oh, I know I need to be on social media more.
Well, we were asking questions that were what's going well and what isn't. And what isn't was social media for most people.
Yeah. But again, it's like, well, let's look at the positives of it. It's like, that's a free advertising platform. And I think, I mean, this is totally going on a different tangent to what I ever thought we were going to talk about on this episode, but hey, it's us. But the thought that social media is the only way to get clients as well.
And I think that's where the pressure comes in, because there are those of you out there who are just looking at everybody else's and comparing. Again, we talked about comparing in a previous episode we've just done, but I feel like this needs to be laboured on, the amount that we are comparing ourselves to others. And just because, and like we are going to come on to this, aren't we, that everybody's journey is individual and you might not be at the stage that someone else is at, but this is where we go, oh, someone's doing all this flashy stuff and they've got like great cameras and GoPros and they're filming everything. And it's like, well, that's what they are choosing to do and that might be right for them, but you don't have to do it. And with those conversations on Sunday, people are like, what? I don't have to do it. It's not the only way of bringing clients in. Like there was a lady I was speaking to and she was such you could see she got a real good presence in the community in her local area. And she was talking about that and that was all nice and positive. And then when she went, oh yeah, but I know I have to get better on social media. And I was like, why? Why do you think that you've got to get better on social media? And she's like, well, because everyone's on it. And I was like, but is the other thing working for you? And she's like, yeah, I love all. You could see her literal, like her body changed, her body language changed, the way she talked changed. And she just looked so much lighter when she talked about the local stuff. And I was like, but that sounds amazing to me. And people just, they're really surprised that we will turn around and say, that's okay. You don't have to do everything that everyone else is doing. And it isn't the only way.
Yeah, it fascinates me. One of our clients, I was having a conversation with them the other day, and the amount of effort and energy that goes into creating the social media content, which by the way is like, it's epic. It is incredible, the stuff that's being put out there. And outside looking in, you'd go, oh, they're smashing it because like number of followers is high, engagement's high, all the statistics that you'd want to see from a social media account. However, when prompted with the question of how is that impacting your inquiries, it was like, doesn't impact it at all. I'm not getting anything from social media, maybe like the odd one. I'm like, why are you investing all this time and energy into that platform then? It makes no sense.
But this is a question they'd never been asked before, so never occurred to them to think about it in that way.
Yeah. So it's looking at what is the purpose of doing something, and you know how your journey is bespoke to you, and it came about because essentially the account was trying to copy a larger account. And like different strategies though, like different size of business, different outcomes are wanting to be achieved, different monetary gains are wanting to be achieved. Like, do you know what I mean? The whole thing's completely different. And it made me think of well, it wasn't even really a conversation. So for those of you that know, I've been getting back into the gym recently and I fucking love it. It is great. And I've gone back into doing the body pump classes, which is essentially like your weightlifting and stuff like that. And for the very first session I went back in on, I was like, I'm just going to do the bare minimum on the weights because I need to get back into the rhythm. And again, I know me. I know I've been out of it for several years now. I'm going to go back in and I'm going to be sensible. So I did that, and for like 2 weeks I was still doing these light-ish weights, and then I increased it, and I think I'd got to like 5 kilogram, and I was really proud of myself that I was able to do like a whole chest track with this 5 kilogram. I'm like doing it all. And then I went back and I told Darren, I was like, oh, I upped my weights today. And he's like, oh yeah, what'd you get to? I was like, 5 kilogram. And he just pissed himself laughing. I was like, what is the matter? And he's like, 5 kilogram. Like, that's nothing. And he just found it really funny. I was like, excuse me, it might be nothing to you, because you are in a different stage of your journey of lifting heavy weights and all the stuff that
But
you
his
do.
day job is manual labour as well.
Exactly. I was like, and you're a bloke and all this other stuff. So I was like, but for me, I'm quite happy that I've got to that. That's a goal that I'm happy with. And fortunately, I'm secure enough in myself to know that I am on my journey and I will get to whatever I end up getting to with the weights. It's a whole fitness thing for me. But it made me think, how many of us out there, like if you relate it back to business, that somebody could pass a comment. And again, I see this a lot with not only our clients, but people that we have conversations with that aren't yet working with us yet, about how somebody else looks in on their business and go, you know, it might just pass a flippant comment going like, how are you not further ahead by now? Or
you're only earning that.
yeah. Oh, why aren't you doing that social media thing when, you know, that's where I get all my business from?
Mm.
And then immediately your brain spirals into thinking, oh, should I be doing that then? Or should I be outsourcing? Or should I because apparently I should be in a completely different space to where I am right now. And if I just compare it to that journey that I'm on with my fitness, and Darren finding it absolutely hilarious that it was still a piddly amount, I'm like, it's right for me for right now. The strategy I am implementing right now is slow and steady.
And also, what is an acceptable weight for you then?
Well, exactly.
You got to look at that and go like, what is that? What's your expectation of what I should be doing right now?
Mm-hmm. And actually, this begs the question of, I think, you know, when you look up to people or you're having conversations with people that are maybe further ahead than you, whether that's an invested mentor, coach, or just somebody you're kind of networking with, or a friend or a family member or whatever. If you're asking them what they would do, you're asking the wrong question, because you're asking them what they would do when they've already been through all the stuff. They're at a different stage completely to where you are at now. What we should be asking people like that and our mentors is, what would you be doing, or what did you do when you were in my position? Because you've maybe been doing this for like 5 years. So what did you do when you were me? Just starting out, fearful of everything, didn't want to pick up the phone, didn't want to speak to people, didn't have confidence in my dog skill ability. Ask me what I would do then. And of course I'm biased, but I think this is the beauty of our coaching style, that we take ourselves right back and we go, this is what we did back then, because we can relate to it. But I just think when we're having these conversations with other people, we're looking at where they are now, and it doesn't apply to where you are right now.
Yeah.
So you're just implementing all the wrong strategies.
Do you remember that story you told me about someone in your business group that you had like a bit of a panic when we were doing CBA in the early days, going like, this person's been in my group and they are way ahead of me.
Yes.
And you were really bothered by it at
Yes.
the time, weren't you?
Yes.
So that's almost that same perspective of going like, we're in the same group, we're learning the same things, and yet you have done this and I'm shit because I haven't been able to do any of that stuff. Oh,
yeah. It's a good story, that.
It was.
I wondered where you was going with it. My brain was trying to catch up in like, oh, you where? Which one? But yes, no, so for context, at that time when I was, oh God, I don't know if you can hear this creaky chair.
Creaky chairs.
I apologise if you can. The cat scratching chair. So the context of that was, I was in a business group with a mentor, and, you know, me and this particular person, we joined at the same time. Now for me, at that moment in time, I was doing the dog training business, and I can't remember if I just had Clay or if I was pregnant with Clay, or there was a baby involved along the line somewhere. So for me, I was in a very different situation to this bloke, and I'll put emphasis on the fact that he's a bloke because, you know, we were going through very different experiences. I was having to run a business whilst being pregnant. I think I was pregnant, and then figuring out all of that stuff. And he definitely wasn't pregnant and didn't have to do all of the stuff that is associated with that. And he had a really clear vision on what he wanted to achieve with his business. Whereas for me, at that moment in time, I was just like, I just need to bring some cash in. Like, I've got a service. If I can make it better, brilliant. But I'm money driven at the moment. I need to just get some cash in the bank. So I didn't have this bigger purpose or anything at that time. And it's only been upon doing all our reflective stuff lately over these last few months that it became really obvious. I was like, look at the difference now though, because actually we're probably on par, not in terms of finances or the scale of it, but we're on that trajectory, but all because I'm a lot clearer now in what I wanted. Whereas at that moment in time in my life, I was like, I didn't want what we've got now. I just wanted to feel safe and have some money coming in the bank.
But that also knocked on to CBA, because I remember you telling me this story about when we not long started everything, and you were like, we need to get our shit together so that we can catch up with him. Mm-hmm. And we were like, hold on a minute, we don't even know what we're fully, like the vision of CBA. Well, it was Rebel Core Collective for a start off. That was the name back then. And we had no real, we kind of knew it, but it kind of keeps evolving and changing even now. But back then there was no real clear vision. Like, it was very different to what it is now. And I felt like we hadn't got that all figured out. So how can we possibly ever catch up with him when he knows exactly what he's doing and we don't yet? We didn't know we didn't, but we didn't. Yeah. And it took a while of back and forth and changing things and, you know, going back around in a big circle to actually get really clear on that. So there was a massive delay in the start, really. Yeah. And like you say though, now I feel like we're not that far behind, because we've kind of done all that. We sped up and done all of that other stuff that we, you know, arguably we could have done at the start, but it was meant to be the way it was meant to be.
Yeah, that's it. And I think it's going through that. It's really hard to allow your brain to understand that journey when you've not yet been through it. Because I didn't know it at the time. Like I say, it's only upon reflection that I'm able to go, oh yeah, like actually there's a reason I never, cause like I used to kick myself so much that I didn't grow that dog training business to multi six figures, because I knew I had the skill set, I knew I had the ability, I knew I had the strategy. And I kept telling myself like all the excuses, like, I've got the kids, so I can't do it. Or I'm now at uni, so I can't do it. And there's never enough time, like basically every excuse. But it was still ticking over. And I was like, why isn't it bigger? Why isn't it? And for me, it was like this massive light bulb moment. I was like, that was never my purpose in life. And it still feels quite surreal to say that now, because even at that event we were at the weekend, I was like, fucking hell, like even like 3 years ago, you'd have found me in like my paw print leggings, probably walking around in a treat bag, buying all the dog stuff. And I was like, I feel so far removed from that person now, because this was always my purpose. I just didn't know it, if that makes sense, like back then. So yeah, so like comparing yourself and kicking myself so much that I didn't get that business to where I wanted it to be. But it was never going to be that, because my heart wasn't in it. My heart was in it to get it to where it was and deliver an incredible service and pay myself well and pay the staff well and, you know, create a lifestyle around it. And then that's allowed me to do this. But yeah, like for years I'd beat myself up so much that I didn't grow that to what I had the potential to grow it to.
But also going back to that where you were comparing yourself to this guy, there's also a positive spin on that as well, because you wanted to have what he had and you wanted to get there. And yeah, it wasn't meant to be and all of this. And now CBA is kind of supplemented that. And that is, you know, we're now on that journey. But like, you almost want to take the comparison bit out because you're not where he is right now, but I want to get there. Mm-hmm. So that's a really good trait to have, is to be the importance of surrounding yourself with the right people. And if you've been here a while, you'll know we talk about that a lot. But that to me is like a positive spin on that, and go like, okay, yeah, you did try and get where he was and you were never going to get there at that point. not in the time frame you wanted anyway. But actually, like, that made you realise that you do want that kind of life and you do want to strive for more and all that. And that's what you're doing now. So that never took away from that.
No, it's a hard one to balance, isn't it? Our favourite word. It's a hard one to dance around because I feel like you need people in your life that are going to inspire you and I suppose motivate you. And you need to recognise when you are not them and you are on a different journey.
Yeah, carry on. I was good. Go on.
No, go on.
I was just going to say, but a good mentor would also recognise that and address that with their mentee and make a point of that and say, like, yeah, okay, you're looking at this person right now who's got all this stuff and done all this stuff, but I was you and there's no easy way of getting here and you have to do all this stuff. And just have that reality check of going, like, it doesn't happen in an instant. And you need to get these bits right to be able to then stay on that trajectory and get to where you want to be. So I feel like actually it's kind of your duty as a mentor to almost like highlight that.
Yeah.
And sort of say, because we do it with our clients because we know that they want these big things and they can absolutely have them and get there, but they have to put all this groundwork in first.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's I think it's that realization that you actually need to fail more than you succeed.
Oh, do you know what? That is the biggest learning for me, that the failures, I always used to see failures as such a bad thing. I always used to be like, oh, you could be better. Why are you doing
You're not
this?
the only one with it. Like,
oh, I was terrible. I was terrible though, because I'm such I'm just a complex character, but a very competitive person. And I compete with myself, which is really annoying. And I'd be like, Vicky, you're better than this. Why have you just messed that up? Why have you done that? And now I'm so like, that was meant to happen. I was meant to get that wrong so that I could learn how to do it better. We were meant to go through that so that we know what to do next time and we can be more resilient. Like that for me is like the absolute biggest learning of all the personal development stuff I've done over the last few years.
yeah.
It's huge.
And I think so many people see it as a bad thing. And I'm like, it's the greatest gift you will ever give yourself, is to allow yourself to fail.
Graciously.
Yeah, like try, fail, try again, fail, try again and again and again, and keep going until you get it right. Because, like bringing it back into that negativity bias, you could be looking at all these other people on social media or wherever, but let's face it, it's normally social media, and going like, oh, they're doing amazing. Why is it not working for me? I'm doing all the stuff that you're telling me to do and it's not working for me. But you have to remember as well, or be mindful of even, that not everyone is going to post all the shit out there because, well, it's boring, isn't it?
Yeah.
You wouldn't want to see it all unless someone's put, but I think those posts, and you do see it from, or rather I see it from different business mentors more so in industry compared to the dog world, where people will outwardly discuss their failure and flip it into that positive.
Well, I was going to say, it's always a learning around it, isn't it? They're not just putting it out there for putting it out there. They're putting it out there to go, it can be transformed around. Like, you can turn things around even when you think it's the lowest of the low. So it's still spinning it positively, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. But I think it's having the ability to look past the surface level and go like, of course people are going to have shit going on.
Yeah.
Of course people have done it wrong. Like, the amount of money, I think we've thrown a lot of money down the drain in one respect.
Do you know what? We look at all the mistakes, like right from that early days where we called ourselves what we call, Rebel Core Collective, and we had that kind of loose vision then. Look at all the things we tried. Look at all the things we did.
Yeah.
And again, it taught us what we shouldn't be doing.
Yeah.
Like, that's what we learned. No, don't do that again. That
Yeah.
didn't get you where you wanted to be.
so many wrong things, like financially, money down the drain easily, time, a lot of time,
A lot of time wasted.
huge amount
But not
of time.
wasted. Again,
No,
not
not wasted.
wasted. That's the wrong word.
Yeah, but it is, and I think I just really want everyone listening now to just look inwards on your business, and I guarantee with this negativity bias that we all have, you would be able to reel off a load of things that you're not happy with in your business.
Actually, I'm gonna bring up another thing. Before we started recording today, we were talking about early podcast episodes, and weren't we? And we always go, oh my God, those early episodes were so shit. So if you've just started listening to our podcast and you listen to those early podcast episodes, we cringe, but also it's growth. We had to start somewhere. We didn't know really what we were doing in terms of like podcasting. We weren't confident with presenting. We didn't have our groove with each other in this kind of environment then. And actually probably
It's weird
not.
having a microphone shoved in your face.
Yeah, and the
someone's
lights on.
saying
and the...
fist away. It sounds a bit wrong.
Sorry. I think it was a fist. Keep your mouth. God, that sounds worse. Oh my God. Right. Anyway, let's get off that. And also the early days where we used to absolutely crease into laughter and have to stop and restart.
Couldn't claw it back.
But now we can. Like, she's crying now, but we can carry on. We can get through it. But we look at those.
It's not glamorous if you're watching it. So proper, ugly, try and not cry, laugh.
But we would have absolutely just like melted and gone like, we need to restart. And then once we'd done it once, it was again and again and again. It would take forever. But now we can kind of ride it through. But we hadn't also found our groove with each other then, because the relationship, even like 18 months ago, just over that, it's just changed so much. So we know each other inside out, back to front, upside down, like everything now. So we almost know what's going to come out of each other's mouths. And we know what we're going to say in return and all that sort of stuff. But you look back and go, God, I look like I don't even know what I'm talking about. I sound so like unsure of everything, because I probably was, and now I'm not. So that's the growth. It's a good thing to look back at that and go, look at where we are now compared to, and hopefully you agree, listening to this podcast, it's better than the early ones.
It's a bit of a question mark, but
we'll leave that to you. Email in at hello@canehomebusinessacademy.com and let us know. But yeah, no, I hope that people can see that journey in us from this. So again, like, we shouldn't do that really. We shouldn't look back at those episodes and go, God, they were so bad. Because they were just us at that particular time. That's the skill set we had. That's what we were dealing with a brand new venture and a brand new other venture of podcasting on top of that. Like, that's the capacity we had back then. But now we've got a lot more.
And this is it. And I think, kind of tying into that a little bit as well, I think we get so bogged down with thinking everything has to be perfect.
Yeah.
We talk about taking messy action. Just do the thing. See what happens. And be aware that whatever you put out, you can change your mind. I remember actually going through I couldn't even tell you what the posts were, but I remember doing it. I'd whack a load of content out, and then maybe like a few days later, this is how easily like, what's the word I'm looking for?
Swayed.
It is swayed. It wasn't the word I was thinking of, but we'll go with swayed. And you see something and you're like, oh God, I've just put that thing out. Maybe it's not. Because I know at that time in my life, I was absorbing a lot of dog knowledge stuff. I was like, oh my God, I need to consume. And I'd be like, right, I'm really in on this thing, whatever the thing was. And I'd do a post about that. And then I'd see a post about something else and I'd go like, oh my God, that's just made me question the whole thing. So I'd go and delete the post.
Oh, I've done that before. I've done that.
So even if it was like 3-5 days old, whatever it was, I'd go and delete it because my brain consumed a different version. And then the cycle just kept repeating. I'm like, fucking hell, like, how, like, what am I doing? Instead of just owning it and then going, well, hold on, I'm growing and learning all the time. If I kept doing that, if you think logically about it, I'm never going to have anything out there.
Yeah.
No one's ever going to know who I am because I'm always deleting it, which I imagine does fuck all for your algorithm and tries to find you. I think that's why I never appeared on Google, because I was changing my website so often.
Oh, I did that.
I was like, it's just never going to be there. So allow yourself to know that as you grow as a person, as a business, you will say things differently. You may even change your mind on something. Alex Hormozy, who you'll probably know, like we're a massive fan of, he talks a lot about how he put a post out even like 3-4 years ago, I think it was, about how, I think it was like personal branding and how it's a load of bollocks and it's totally shit. And now he's like, I didn't know what I was talking about then. Now I'm like, ignore that because actually it's really fucking important. But he hasn't deleted the stuff. It's all there. All of his original podcasts and stuff are still there. And he's like, that's who I was back then.
Yeah.
And yeah, I always find it quite interesting. 'Cause
I was just going to say, it'd almost be like deleting your childhood. Like if we wanted to be that like anal about it, we could literally go like, oh, I don't want anyone to know that I ever went out with that person or I ever failed my exams.
Oh yeah, when you used to go through social media and delete the ex-boyfriend or the ex-girlfriend.
It's just stupid. Like, yeah, pictures with an ex-boyfriend. Like, I never had that because was I with the same person pretty much ever since I've been on social media? Yeah. So it's, yeah, for me, I'm like, I don't get that because you're deleting a part of your life that happened and it made you who you are now. But, you know, that's just my opinion on it, really. But we're going to go that far. Like, do we just erase everything that's ever happened to us that's not perfect? And most of our life isn't perfect. So how far do we go?
Yeah, well, this is it. And I think this is where surrounding yourself with people that are going to encourage the growth whilst being mindful of this negativity bias. Because again, I think we have it ourselves. We're really trying to catch ourselves now by saying this industry.
Oh,
it's hard.
God.
It's really hard.
We've said it a lot. That's one thing. We've said it a lot on this podcast. This industry is this industry is that. And it's like, it's no different from any other industry.
Really is no
I know there are people screaming at me right now. I'm going to say it again. This industry is no different from any other industry.
Nope.
That is something that we never used to say. So shoot me now. Like we've changed our opinion on it because the more we've immersed ourselves in other industries or business owners from other industries, it's all going on in a slightly different way in every other industry.
This is the thing, isn't it? We always knew it, but there was still this little
we had
niggle
that
that would
bias.
go, oh, what? No, but ours is different.
It's different.
We know it's there,
different.
but ours is different. I'm like, who are we to even say like our industry? It's not mine. It's not yours.
Because there's this argument about, but you're dealing with two things. You're dealing with a human and a dog. I get that. But there are people that are dealing with two humans.
Yep. You've got people out there that are dealing with children and parents.
Yeah.
Like, how
is it any worse or better? Like, it's not. So,
and it's so easy to just jump on whatever bandwagon, be a keyboard warrior, keyboard basher, whatever these. I didn't even know these terms existed, you know.
no.
It's just a bit weird, isn't it? It's like a keyboard basher.
Just get angry and bash the keys.
Yeah, well, I get angry and bash the keys when the computer doesn't work.
Well,
so does that make me a keyboard basher? Okay, technically yes. But yeah, it's just like we focus so much on all of this shit all of the time. And again, like we'll put our hands up and say we fell into that trap recently. And my God, the impact it has had, not only on the business but on us, like just our life. Like if we could add up all of the hours we've spent over the last few months deliberating certain things.
I think we could do a whole episode on just this topic, to be fair, because it has taken up so much of our time. And it was only when our mentors were around us going, what the fuck are you doing? It's, what are you doing focusing on this? We're like, because it's and giving all these excuses. Shut up. And literally we were told to shut up in the nicest possible way from someone we trust implicitly and
it was
love.
quite brutal and blunt.
It was, but he told, well, me mainly, because I kept answering back like a little kid. Vicky, will you shut up?
It's quite argumentative.
It was really hard for me to shut up. And I listened to what he'd got to say because I was like, yeah. And we both did this, didn't we? Yeah. Like, whatever. You don't know.
Almost like the eye roll thing. Of like, go on then,
yeah.
fine. You just say you think, but I'm not going to listen anyway.
You don't know the dog industry like we do. And then he says this thing and we're like, all we had to do was look at each other and know he was absolutely right.
Yeah. But actually, like, we found this really interesting upon a little debrief between us both, didn't we? That if somebody had been recording that
coaching session.
Yeah, I'm going to call it a coaching session. It was on top of a set of stairs at an airport, but hey ho,
It was still a coaching
session. Our body language.
Oh yeah.
Fucking hell, like it must have been really aggressive because I could feel us both essentially like puffing out our chests.
Literally like, like when two blokes are about to square up in a pub.
It was like really square up energy.
It was.
Like me, it was like a little mini chihuahua going at it. My little 5'2", all a load of energy
saw
coming
enough
out.
of them on Sunday,
Oh
little
my God,
chihuahuas. But yeah, no, it was, wasn't it? We both were like, no, you don't know, we know. And we did so much of that just with body language alone.
Because, again, upon that reflection, he literally took a step back and he was like, girls.
Yeah, whoa.
Like, do you want my advice or not? Like, I'm good. Like, I can be out if you want me to be out. I'm like, fuck. Like, that hit. I was like, Jesus, we've literally just launched an attack at you. All off the back of a conversation.
It did, and we teamed up, didn't we?
We
so
did
there was
team
two
up.
of us against him.
Yeah. I was going to try and call you a dog then, but I'm not going to.
What would I be if you
I
were
don't
the
know,
chihuahua?
that's what I was thinking. Something bigger than a chihuahua.
Yeah, but what?
Don't know. A cockapoo.
Do not call me a cockapoo.
I know.
I know you sat there and you've got one, but don't call me that.
Oh, but yeah, so being aware of how you're reacting to these things.
But then that made us that was a really good thing for him to say because we were just like, oh God, okay, let's listen. I roll all the stuff. And then he was like, like it's no different from anything else. We're like, okay. And it literally changed our whole attitude for since that point onwards, really, over the last few weeks.
Snapped us back into what we've always been doing. And I think the reason we wanted to share this is actually, like, we do it too. Like, we coach this stuff, but we're human and we fall into being a human.
We are absolutely not perfect
in
any way, shape or form.
I'm sorry, I'm a human being.
If you had that illusion
that
we were perfect, I don't think anyone listening would have that illusion. But if they did,
God, no.
We are definitely not perfect.
See, we're doing just fine, I think. But no, I think it's, just be aware of.
He's wiggling his finger again, Ryan.
So distracting, right? It's great listening to this, but yeah, for those of you that can't see what is happening, because I don't even think, you wouldn't even see him on the video version. No. Ryan, our videographer, comes along and he likes to tell us that we're at a certain time limit, which I've forgotten now, by waggling a little finger.
It's more like a worm, I think, coming out the TV.
It's great listening. What was you saying?
I don't know. I think it was coming to a close quite naturally.
Okay. And then the waggy finger came out?
Yeah. But I actually do think we should do a whole episode on what we just touched on there at the end.
Yeah.
Because I think it would be good to delve into it a little bit more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. So key points. Look at where you are at right now. Stop comparing. I'm not even going to say don't do it. Just stop it because I know you're already doing it. Stop comparing to everybody else. You are on your journey. And that is all you need to worry about. Like, focus on that. As hard enough as it is without trying to bring in everybody else's stuff as well. And be mindful that we do have this negativity bias. Like, you will talk about the crap all day long, every single day. It's easy to do. Mm-hmm. God, I only just think of some friends I used to hang out with. I think that was the basis of our friendship. Like, we'd go out and just bitch and moan about other people.
That's what happens, isn't it? Some friendship groups like that, you have that one thing, and if you took that away, you go, well, what are we going to talk about now?
Do you know what I mean? Like, you can easily feed in and weave in other odds and sods, but the core bit, you're like, oh, well, it's just all crap.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it's painful when you realise it.
Yeah.
Because actually that's more common than you think. So, yeah, it's like work hard on...
I was going to say, emphasise, underline that word 50 times. Work hard
Work
on
fucking
trying to
hard.
avoid it, because I think you have to really work hard to avoid it. Because it's so easy to get sucked in, especially, you know.
Yeah.
I was going to say in this industry. No, Vicky, do not say in this industry.
No. Yeah, it's... I've cut a lot of people out of my life for that, and it's been hard. Really hard, because I'm left with you.
Oh, I don't know. Is that a compliment, or is that?
It's the best compliment ever.
Ah, thanks.
Yeah. But no, like the awareness, like who are you surrounding yourself with? What are they bringing to the table in the nicest possible way?
Yeah.
Like
How much positivity versus negativity do they
be a
bring
bit
to the
brutal
table?
with it. It's just you've got to protect yourself. You've got to protect what you're trying to grow in your business as well. And yeah, just look at the things you can control. Look at what you're trying to achieve.
Stay in your lane.
Stay
That
in your
old
lane. Yeah.
phrase that we hate but we love.
Yeah. Depends which lens you're looking at it through, I
Yeah,
suppose,
that's
isn't
true.
it?
That's true.
In the context of this, yeah, stay in your lane.
Stay in your lane.
Do what you do best. Keep being incredible. Stop comparing yourself.
And I think that list is exhaustive, non-exhaustive. What is it? In a job description, this list is not exhaustive or exhaustive. Oh, anyway, I think we should end the episode there.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.